Hi, my name is Dr. Eric Duncan and I'm a chiropractor here in Keagle Harbor, and today we're going to talk about something that none of us want to talk about, and that is tips to keep your back safe and your neck safe while you're out here shoveling this horrible snow that just showed up to southeast Michigan today. But the reason why I want to go over that is because a lot of people take this really lightly, and they'll go out and they'll just start throwing snow everywhere and come in with a back injury or a neck strain. So I want to give you a couple of tips to how to make shoveling easier and safe for your back. The first thing is to have a game plan for when you do snow shoveling, which means, is the snow going to snow all day? Is it going to snow lightly all day? How much is going to accumulate? If your plan is that you're going to be able to snow multiple times during the day, it is much more time dependent on your body and your back, but it's a lot easier to take care of the situation. Or you have another option of let all the snow accumulate and dump at the very end, and then you can just break it into sections. And sometimes you have to do this if it snows overnight or if it snows while you're away at work. So the first thing is kind of like the mindset. Understand we have to deal with this no matter what. It has to get shoveled off your driveway or in a parking lot or off a sidewalk. So you just have to have a plan of attack, and it will be no problem. You'll feel great, and the snow will be off the driveway and sidewalks or steps at your home. The other thing is you want to make sure you're well equipped. So one thing that makes shoveling awful, and it's why people rush through the process, is because they don't even have the right gear. So we recommend, and I know you're not in second grade, but I recommend a jacket that's warm enough, gloves that are warm enough, a hat that's warm enough, something so you're not out there just freezing. Now, a lot of people say to dress in layers. You don't have to do that, because if you're working this hard after the tips I show you of shoveling snow, then you're working too hard anyway. So you won't work up a hard sweat as long as you take this methodically and take your time to shovel the snow and clear it from your surroundings. Let me show you a couple things I want you to do before you start shoveling the area that you're concerned about. So come back with me. I'll show you 3 simple things to do for your neck, 3 simple things to do with your low back before starting your shoveling adventures, I guess we'll call them. Come on back with me. So we'll start with the neck area. So the first thing I want you to do is just use normal range of motion. Turn to the right, turn to the left, tilt your chin down, tilt your chin back. The next thing you'll do is you'll sit on your hand with the palm side down, and you're going to stretch your shoulder out, so bend your head to the opposite side of the hand that you're sitting on. Another big muscle that attaches to the shoulder is the levator scapula. You don't have to remember the name of the muscle. What you need to remember is you'll still be sitting on the hand. You'll turn your chin towards that hand. Now bend away, just like the last stretch. Repeat the same thing to the other side. So we're going to sit on this palm, bring your head to the opposite shoulder, and then turn your chin towards the hand and bring the head towards the opposite shoulder. That's all you'll do for the neck. For the low back stretches, if you just find a flat surface to lay down on, these may seem like simple stretches, but they'll really help you with shoveling snow, because your body's not used to going through this type of motion. So you'll bring one knee to your chest, straighten the other leg. Now with the other side. And then you'll bring both knees to your chest and kind of rock back and forth and stretch that lower back out. Now let's go get our gear on, and I'll show you some techniques with the shovel, how you want to make this easy on you and less impact on your back. So before we go outside, I want to give you a special tip that not many people know. If you take a non-stick cooking oil and spray it along the blade of your shovel, the snow actually won't accumulate and get clumped at the end of your shovel. It'll make your job much easier that way. Some other tips are, you can take the snow and put it in your flowering beds as long as there's no salt in them, in the snow, and it'll act as a great insulator over the winter. And the final tip is, you always want to check your dryer vent every time you do a snow shoveling routine, just to get in the habit of doing that, because if the snow does accumulate under the dryer vent, it can cause big problems for people in your household. So let's head on out. The thing to avoid when you're out shoveling snow is do not twist. That is the #1 thing that causes injuries in people's backwards, you want to keep this blade close to your body. So if you think about holding a bowling ball and you hold it way far away from your body, it puts a lot of stress and strain, and it's hard to hold something far away from your body. If you put something straight above your body or close to your body, it's much easier to carry, and the same concept is true with shoveling snow. We're going to keep that blade close to our body, and then we're going to bend our knees and keep our back straight, and then we're going to move forward, and then we're going to lift the snow and then carry it to where we want the snow to end up. So you're going to shovel here and then lift the snow, carry it over where we want it to end up. What a lot of people will do, because they're in a hurry and they're freezing and they weren't prepared because they didn't have the right gear, they didn't plan ahead, and they'll come here and they'll shovel off to the side and twist, and then they'll be in our office in no time, which I appreciate them coming to visit me, but I'd rather have you have no back pain or neck strain when you're out shoveling the sidewalk. The biggest take-home message for shoveling snow in your driveway or on your steps at home is try to enjoy the process, which if you look around, this is not very enjoyable, but if you're prepared, I'll usually put in headphones or listen to a audio book while I'm doing it and enjoy the process, because that is what will keep you injury-free while you're out shoveling the snow. If you do happen to get injured, we are called the Fixed Chiropractic Group, located in Keego Harbor, Michigan. If you're watching this from other parts of the country, please keep these in mind as you're shoveling snow, and we'll see you guys again in the summer. Thank you.